Hey there, Team Impact. It is Friday, November 22nd. We are rocking and rolling on here. We are going to move on after the quiz. So I know a lot of you didn't finish the quiz yesterday. You're going to do that and then complete both pieces. I think everybody completed the conversion part. Then you're going to repeat the regular quiz. You're going to do this lesson with me, do the homework. There's a new con posted. So we are rocking and rolling on. And today we're talking about percentages. Remember, all percentages are out of 100. 100. So a percent is not a part. A percent is a part to whole ratio, where the whole is always 100. Each percent can be modeled on a 10 by 10 grid and can be also written as a ratio, a fraction, okay? And you can see 78% is always out of 100, right? 78%, all right, 78 hundredths there. So if we take a decimal to a percent, we move it 2 to the right. What are we moving? The decimal. We're multiplying it by 100, all right? And if we have the decimal, we read it, it's 78 out of 100. Okay, so quickly we're going to go through this little warm-up here. It's not too bad. All right, they want us to color in 50%. Remember, these are blocks of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They want 50%, and I'm going to give it one of those. All right, so the part is 50, the whole is 100, and it reduces to 1/2. Okay? Next up, we have 1, 2, 3, 35%, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and I'm going to fill that in. Be careful. And we have 35%. You can color it in full if you want. So that is 35 out of 100, which will reduce down to 7/20. 10% is just one row of blocks, which is 10 out of 100, which goes to 1/10, right? 1/10. So stuff that you have done before. Let's go. Let's answer some questions here. Use the percent model at the right to answer the questions. How many blocks are shaded? Okay, well, here's 10, here's 20, 5. There's 25 shaded. Pretty easy. What is the ratio of shaded squares to the total squares? Well, the ratio is going to be 25, and it's always out of 100 set. It's 10 by 10, and that could be reduced to 1 to 4, right? Sorry. How could you represent the shaded squares as a percent? Well, we could represent it as 25%. 25 out of 100 is 25%. And if I wanted to represent that as a decimal, it would be 0.25. So you have to be able to take these things back and forth, and really should be able to do that mentally without a calculator. If the shaded squares represent 25%, then what percent do the unshaded squares? Well, if there's 100, they're going to represent 75%. So there's 75 blocks or squares that are not shaded. Okay? All right, let's flip it over and let's keep rolling. All right. A percent can be written over 100 and then read aloud. 45 out of 100 is 45 hundredths is 45%. A percent can also be divided by 100, which is the same as moving the decimal point 2 places, all right, to the left. And that's important. So if a percent can be divided by 100. All right, so if we have 45%, that equals 45 hundredths. We moved that decimal 2 to the left, and there it is. All right, so go ahead and pause the video and change these percents, all right, these first 3 percents to decimals. This would equal 7/10. Some might write this 0 here. Either way, it's fine. This is 16 hundredths, and this is 37 hundredths. Now, conversely, if we want to take a decimal to a percent, we're going to multiply it by 100. We're going to move it 2 to the right. And that equals 28%, 62%, 90%. Now, we do need to keep that decimal, that zero there, because remember, the decimal point's there, and that holds value. So it does. Okay? All right. This is a nice lesson for a Friday. It's not too bad. We can get through it. All right? Use the information given in each column to complete the missing representation. All right, so our part is 30. Our whole is 100. Our percent is 30% because all percents are out of 100, and the decimal value is 30 hundredths, or 3/10 would be fine. 75%, right? If we were going to color these in, we would color in 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 5, right? So it looked like that. So it's 75 out of 100, which is 75 hundredths. 45, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Filling those in, right? Filling the blocks. So 45 out of 100 is 45%, and the decimal is 45 hundredths. It is. Todd wrote the statement below, but made an error. Describe his mistake. All right, so we want to take 50% to a decimal. Well, Todd only moved it one place. Todd, 50% equals 5/10 or 50 hundredths, however you want to look at it. So he didn't move it, all right, far enough. So he didn't move the decimal 2 places. Okay. Good stuff. Quick lesson. I think that was about 8 minutes. If you flip it, here's your homework. Let's get this done right here for tonight. Modeling percents. Con tonight. Have a good day. I'll see you when I see you.